Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to this Yin Yoga practice today. Get ready to get into really mindfulness and a meditative kind of practice. We are going to explore a lot about ourselves into this practice as we hold into our asana for very, very long. It gives us enough time to understand our body, understand our mind, because when we are holding into asana for that long and becoming still, sometimes your mind may resist stillness, it may resist not doing a lot, so watching through that, watching how your mind is handling everything while you're practicing this practice is great with props. You can have some cushions, pillows, bolster, anything that can support you during this practice. We always follow three principles in this practice. Since we hold into our asana for very long, we find a right edge. So this practice is not about pushing yourself, it is about being comfortable. At the same time, there's some work happening, so finding that balance point for yourself. And the principle number 2, we remain still into our asana once we find the edge. Principle number 3 is we hold into our asana for the time that we have decided. So these are just principles for you to go through the practice. Feel free to deviate from them if you have to, and most important here is listening to your body. Listen to your body. Don't forget to enjoy yourself on the mat. So let's explore this practice together on mat. For breath awareness, let us first lie down on our belly. We are going to get into a deep breathing, also known as yogic breathing, belly breathing. So for that, you can first place your forearms on the mat, your elbows on the mat, and then cross your elbows, holding on to the opposite upper arm. Walk your elbows a little bit more forward. We don't want our elbows too far from us because we want our chest to be lifted. So make sure your elbows are a little closer, and then you can drop your head on your upper arm, whichever arm is up, and breathe. Relax your legs fully. Allow your body weight to settle down once you find your edge. Make sure your chest is a bit lifted. And watch your breath flowing all the way down to your belly, touching the ground. Feel that resistance you're getting from the ground as you inhale. And notice the exhalation, relaxation. Allow your legs to be free, loose, no control over there. And notice the natural rhythm of your breath. And allow your weight to settle down on your elbows as well. You don't have to hold your chest up. Allow it to surrender. As in, it remains little lifted, but allow the weight to surrender. It doesn't go flat on the ground. The flat on the ground is your belly, your pelvis. And now for next few breaths, we are going to notice the flow all the way to your tailbone. Feel your hip area expanding with inhalation and contracting with exhalation. Notice the breath flowing down there.
Surrender more and more into your breath and relax deeper and deeper. This is also very, very calming on the days when sometimes we feel anxious or stressed out. You can always lie down like this on your belly and you'll automatically start breathing deep. And with deep breath, your body automatically starts to relax, your brain starts to relax. Now you can slowly start to release, lift your head up. Place both of your palms on the side of the chest, tuck your toes, press your palms down to lift yourself back up. Coming up into your sitting posture, we'll be chanting 1 Om 3 Shantis to begin a session. So you can join your palms to the heart center, breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. So the first pose that we are getting into is butterfly. So for that, you can maybe extend your legs forward and then bring the sole of your feet together. You can draw your heels really close to you or maybe keeping them a little away from your groin, making a diamond shape in between your legs. It depends on what kind of stretch that you're looking for. If you want little bit of stretch in your hamstring, then you keep them away. If you're focusing more on your hip muscles, this outer hip area, then you keep your feet little bit closer to your groin. If you want to support your knees with the cushion or the block on both sides, you can do that. You can catch hold of your foot and then maybe folding over to the front and drop your head down. Allow your head to be absolutely free. Feel free to round your spine. In Yin Yoga, we are allowed to round our spine in any of the forward folds that we do. Now, if you think that your head hanging down may start trouble later on, then you can place a block or bolster in front of you, maybe resting the forehead on the bolster or keep the bolster on the side. Rest your elbows on the bolster and maybe your head on the interlaced fingers. So there are so many variations that you can choose. You can also put the bolster in horizontal position and then just resting your arms on the bolster. With time, you may find newer edge. You may want to remove the props. Feel free to do that. You can explore yourself while you're holding into here. So we'll spend about 5 minutes here. Find your edge, find that point which is comfortable enough for you to hold about for 5 minutes. You may experience a lot of resistance while you're holding, even if your body is supporting you. Sometimes mind doesn't like stillness, and that is what we are kind of working on mainly, that training our mind to be still and be okay with doing not much and being okay with as little as that we are doing today. Even though our body is working, everything is working. Getting into that stillness, surrendering, letting go. And you can change the arms position as well. Maybe if you want to walk your palms forward, you're free to do that. Getting into the best version of your own asana, whatever your body is asking for, basically. There's nothing right and wrong in Yin Yoga. So find what is most functional for you. Surrendering your torso to the ground, allowing the gravity to work and pull the body down with time. And notice how beautifully your body goes deeper and deeper with time, as long as you allow it. Basically, trusting where your body is taking you. And you can slowly press your palms down, walk your palms back. Place your palms behind your hips, straighten your legs, relax your groin muscles here. If you feel like making any kind of movement, maybe bending one knee at a time to bring your groin muscles back to its original position, you can do that. Your body will tell you how to counter. If you just listen to the body, it will surely tell you. So we are going to now move into the deer pose. For that, you can extend both. We will need a longer edge of the mat, so maybe shifting onto the side. Keep your feet separate, knees bent, feet wider than hip distance apart. Place your palms behind you and then drop both of your knees onto your right. And I'm going to shift now because I need this longer edge of the mat to lie down if you want to lie down. So there are multiple options. So both of my knees are at 90°. If you feel that it is too challenging for you, then you can bring the back of the foot closer to your hip. You can bring the front foot also closer to your groin. You can choose that. Now for the upper torso, you can just place the palms, twist to the right outside your right thigh. Place the palms here. If you want, you can also have the bolster, resting your forearms on the bolster or palms on the bolster. Drop the head down. or if you can fully lie down on the what you call your mat, you can also lie down on the mat. So find whatever is working for you the best here, and we are going to hold here for some time. And notice where exactly this particular pose working for you in your body. It will be different for everybody depending on what parts of our body are stiff or feel stiff right now. It can be different on different days as well. So exploring yourself today. If you want to deepen this, you find the new edge, keep sending your back leg as far back so that you can get a nice stretch on the left side of your waistline as well. If your knees don't reach the ground, you can also support your knees with a cushion. Place a cushion underneath the back knee or the front knee, whichever. Allow yourself to surrender. Your body will come back to holding up. It will come back to control. Your mind will start controlling the body. And bring your awareness back and then surrender, release, relax. Relax wherever you are without trying to push, pull. Again, press your palms back down. We're going to move on to the other side. So you can again bring your feet back, lift both of your knees, drop your knees onto the other side and shift yourself back, moving on to twisting. So there has to be a twist here when you are twisting towards your left thigh this time. And choose your position higher up, or you want to go fully down, feel free to do that. And more you stay connected with your breath, more you step into the meditative state. And it would be much easier for someone who has been meditating. However, it can be challenging for someone who has very active mind, who's always thinking, or the head is full of thoughts and not able to relax the mind. This is a beautiful practice for that. And you can press your palms down, walk your palms back to again lift yourself back up. Coming back to the center, if you feel like moving into the windshield wipers, placing your palms behind you, knees bent as it is, drop both of your knees onto the side, relaxing your back here, as well as your groin, hips, whatever that you feel like doing right now to counter your previous pose. And now we are going to move to cat pulling its tail pose. We have done, I think, in the past as well. If you have props around you, maybe keeping the props on the side unless you need props for something. So straighten your legs fully in front of you. Place your right elbow right down, twisting yourself to the right, and place the right elbow right down, and then turn over to the right. Start to bring your left leg forward as you can bring, and start to draw your right leg, the bottom leg down, and bend your knee, drawing your foot closer to your hip. If you can, use your left palm and catch hold of your right foot, the bottom foot. That's great if you can do. If you cannot, you can simply release your left arm behind you and bend that knee as much as you can. So you're going to stay here. If you feel that you want your elbow to be supported over a cushion, feel free to do that. You can also use the block or whatever you have around you. This should be comfortable on your knee, so making sure that you're bending and pulling your foot only as much as it feels comfortable for you. You can rest your head on the shoulder if you want, relaxing it on the shoulder. So for first 1 minute, maybe we'll pull the leg will pull the arm away. So feeling that pull, and then you can just relax and surrender. Maybe for 10 breath, 15 breath, you can try and do that and see how it feels. More you criss and cross your legs, more you'll feel the sensation. Stretch in the cord, on your hip, maybe a little bit on your back. You may also feel a great side release on the bottom side of your rib cage, the one which towards the floor is the side of your waist, rib cage, side of the torso. If it gets too uncomfortable on your arm or for your head, you can simply take your arm a little bit more away and resting your head, bringing your torso a little down. It's just that you will not get this release when you do that. If you bring your shoulder also down, then your fully side body rest on the floor. Eventually you can do this if your elbow gets tired. If you're enjoying that side release, then continue to be on the top. About 1 more minute here. And when you let go, just feel it. You will feel some impact on your back, you'll feel some impact on your hips. Just letting go, not holding up, not trying to hold up at all. Find your edge, let go, get into stillness. And then after that, you can just watch everything, noticing everything, witnessing everything. And slowly release. First, release your back leg and start to straightening it. Bring your top leg on top of that. Walk, press your left palm down, lift yourself back up, and again extend your legs in the opposite direction. Or you can use the same side. You may feel a little bit of tension here on the right side. If you want, maybe extend and a bit of side bend here on both sides. And then moving on to your next side here. Place your forearms down, turn over. Take your time to get into your edge and then settle down. When we hold for very long, it may feel that some parts of the body just got fixated. But by countering the poses or by moving into whichever direction that your body is asking for, once you finish your pose, that fixation will go away, and with time anyway it goes away. By the time you'll finish your relaxation, all the fixations will go away. But it may feel for some time that it is there. Slowly release the back leg, straightening it. Might feel the fixation in the knee here. Press your palms down, lift yourself back up. If you want, you can just do a bit of slight release from here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold onto the side. Left palm onto the left side, stretch. Inhale, back to the center. And right palm onto the right side, stretch. Come back to the center, and now we are going to lie down on our back from here. Moving into the happy baby pose. So if you want, again, you can use the props, in the sense you can use the belt in this particular pose. For bring your knees closer to your chest, separate your knees wider than hip distance apart. Start to open your shin, align your ankles with your knees. Now catch hold of your shin from inside your leg. So I'm not putting it outside, inside. Or alternatively, maybe catching hold of your foot from inside onto the side like this. And rest your palms on the feet or wherever they are reaching. We are not actively pushing the knees down. We are just resting the palm, and we are allowing this work to happen on its own. The gravity pull your knees down. The gravity will pull the palms also down. And that itself will keep giving you a deeper opening. Lower back pressing down. So sometimes you may want to lift your hips in case if you feel you got tired, and then back to your lower back pressing down on the mat. Relax the shoulders. Now if you feel your arms are too extended in this and you're not able to relax, that is when you can use the belt or something else, or just hold somewhere closer to your shin or just close to your knee, so that you can also relax your arms here. A deeper stretch for your groin. And if your lower back is touching the ground, it is also good for your lower back. Can get extensive with time. Breathe through it. And keep watching. If you get the resistance, watch your resistance. And just go through it with one breath at a time. So imagine yourself to be in a situation where you don't have control and you cannot get out of it. And that is when you can either resist the situation in your head, which makes your difficulty even more, or you can maybe breathe through that and just accepting whatever is coming your way, including the acceptance of your resistance. So that is how we are treating ourselves into these poses as well. When they get tough, we watch through the resistance and we relax into that watchfulness. And slowly start to bring your feet back together. Bring your knees together, hug your shin, bring your groin muscles back to its normal position. about 10 to 15 breaths here. Now slowly release, extend your legs out, straightening them down on the floor. We are going to move into relaxation. So you can either bend your knees or relax with straight knees. Tuck your chin slightly in, relax your hair so it doesn't bother you. Arms away from your torso and relax your whole body. If you feel you want to support your knees with a cushion or the bolster, feel free to do that. And we have been letting go of all the control throughout the session, and now it's time to fully relax. Let go fully. Let go of all the tension from your body, from your mind and spirit. And coming back to our breath, connecting back with our breath. With each exhalation, find yourself to be relaxing deeper and deeper. Embracing this moment fully into its fullness. Finding no rejection, there is no choices, everything is allowed and everything is accepted and welcome in this moment right now. For you, there is nothing to do apart from just being here, being now. And you can continue in this relaxation for as long as you wish. If you would like to come out, start to move your toes and fingers gently. And you can move your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet together. Stretch your arms up. Stretch your whole body. And as you exhale, release, bend your knees, roll over to your right. Make a pillow with your right hand. Press your left palm down to lift yourself back up. We're moving into the seating posture again, taking some time here into observing and absorbing everything about a practice and after effects of the practice. Take a moment here. Join your palms to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om to seal this practice. Breathe in. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in. I hope you're feeling rejuvenated after this practice. If you have any comments, any suggestions, feel free to leave those in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And I really wish to see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye-bye. Love.